Take a moment to breathe deeply and find peace in your heart. There is something essential that is about to be revealed, something that will stir deep within your soul. This message is for those who have always known, even in the quietest places of their spirit, that they are destined for a purpose greater than themselves. From the moment you took your first breath, you were imprinted with something divine. These marks, some visible, some invisible, are not just part of your physical existence. They are profound, sacred symbols of the journey you were born to walk. They could be a mark upon your skin, an unexplained sensation you felt in your heart, or even a stirring deep in your spirit that has never quite been explained. These are signs that you were always meant for something extraordinary. There is a deeper truth that only those who carry a unique calling can recognize. Your life, though it may seem ordinary at times, has been filled with extraordinary marks that are meant to guide you, awaken you, and remind you of your true purpose. Whether you realize it or not, you have been marked by heaven. The hidden marks of destiny, spiritual seals written in your flesh. Throughout history, people have talked about being born with unique marks, some obvious, others subtle, that hint at a spiritual calling. These are not merely blemishes or imperfections. They are divine symbols placed upon your body by a higher power. These markings can show up in the form of birthmarks, scars, lines, or even unusual sensations in certain parts of your body. You may have wondered why these marks stand out. Maybe they've seemed different from what others have experienced. But know this, they are not accidental. From the very beginning, these marks have been there to guide you toward your purpose. Perhaps you have felt them calling you, urging you to understand their meaning. They speak not just to your body, but to the soul within, calling you to awaken to your true calling. Some of these signs may be visible during times of spiritual awakening, moments of prayer, or in periods of intense growth. They become more apparent when your spirit is in alignment with your purpose, signaling that the divine is at work in your life. The world may dismiss them as mere physical traits, but your spirit knows better. These are not just marks, they are signs of separation, designating you for a higher mission. Healing beyond the flesh, the divine gift of restoration. Have you ever experienced a rapid healing process where wounds or bruises healed much faster than you expected? This is not just a biological phenomenon, it is a spiritual sign. For those who have been marked for a special purpose, the body heals with divine speed. It is as if the body itself is being prepared, protecting you from any harm that may come to you along your journey. This accelerated healing is a reflection of something deeper, the divine care and protection that surrounds you. When the world tries to wound you, either physically or emotionally, God has placed a special protection upon your life that allows you to rise again. Even scars from the past will fade more quickly as you continue to fulfill your mission. Your body is resilient because your purpose is important. Veins of life, the divine flow that guides you. Take a moment to look at your hands or arms. Have you ever noticed how your veins seem more prominent than others? Some people carry this distinctive feature, which is not just a physical trait. In the context of your calling, your veins represent the very flow of divine life. Just as veins carry blood to sustain your body, these visible veins are symbolic of the divine energy that flows through you, sustaining your mission and purpose. When you connect spiritually, in moments of prayer, reflection, or surrender, you may notice these veins becoming even more pronounced. It's as if your body responds to the spiritual energy that is always present within you. These veins are not just physical lines, they are spiritual channels through which God's power flows into the world. They remind you that your life has a divine purpose, and you are carrying it through every step you take. Hair that grows with purpose, the strength to overcome. Does your hair seem to grow quickly, almost like it refuses to be contained? It is not just a quirky biological fact. Your fast-growing hair is a symbol of spiritual vitality and strength. Throughout history, Hair has been linked to strength. Think of Samson, whose power was tied to his hair. Your hair, like your spirit, refuses to be stifled. It grows freely, pushing through any limitations, just as you were meant to push through the boundaries that life places before you. Your hair's growth represents resilience, vitality, and spiritual strength. It is a visible reminder that your inner power cannot be easily stilled. Even when others try to cut you down, your spirit grows stronger. A finger that leads, divine leadership. If you take a closer look at your hands, do you notice that your index finger is longer than your ring finger? This small detail may seem insignificant, but in spiritual terms, it holds great meaning. The index finger is the finger that points the way, that leads others in the right direction. If your index finger is longer, it could be a sign that you have been called to lead, not in the conventional sense, but in a spiritual sense. This subtle physical feature speaks to a deeper truth. You were made to guide, to show the way, to lead others to places of spiritual discovery. Your ability to lead doesn't come from ego or ambition. It comes from your divine connection to something greater. When you lead, you do so with purpose, with wisdom, and with clarity. An unshakable presence, silent authority. Some people simply have a presence that is felt as soon as they enter a room. It's not about physical stature or words. It's a quiet authority that others instinctively recognize. This is one of the most profound signs of divine marking, an unshakable presence. You do not need to assert yourself because your very being speaks volumes. This presence is not based on the world's measures of power, but on a divine anointing. When you walk into a room, your very presence commands attention because it carries the weight of spiritual authority. It's as if the world can feel the quiet power of your calling without you saying a word. Your presence disrupts what needs to be disrupted and calms what needs to be calmed. It is a reflection of the strength that comes from your connection to the divine. The warmth of your hands, a channel of divine power. Do you ever feel an inexplicable warmth in your hands, especially during moments of prayer, meditation, or when you are helping others? This warmth is not just a physical sensation, it is a spiritual sign. The warmth in your hands represents the activation of divine energy within you. It is a confirmation that your hands are not just for physical work, but for spiritual service as well. When your hands warm up in moments of intense spiritual connection, understand that it is not a coincidence. It is a sign that you are aligned with your divine purpose and are being activated to heal, to touch lives, and to bring transformation. Your hands are a channel through which God's love and power can flow into the world. Strength in the midst of struggle, resilience beyond the physical. Have you ever wondered how you endure hardships that would break others? Why you continue when others give up? This resilience is not of this world. It is a divine strength placed within you to fulfill the purpose you were born for. You have been spiritually prepared to overcome obstacles, to rise above struggles, and to endure when others fall. This uncommon resilience comes from the divine within you. It is not your strength alone. It is God's strength in you. Every time you face hardship, you are reminded that you are equipped to overcome. No matter how hard the journey may seem, you carry within you the power to persevere, to grow stronger, and to continue your path. A gift of hearing, attuned to the divine. There are some who possess an extraordinary gift, the ability to hear things that others do not. This is not just a physical gift, but a spiritual one. If you find that you can hear whispers, faint sounds, or spiritual frequencies that others cannot perceive, it may be a sign that your spiritual senses are more attuned to the divine than most. This heightened hearing allows you to perceive the unseen, to understand the things that are not said aloud. It is a gift that enables you to listen to the voice of God, even in the quietest of moments. With this gift, you become a sentinel, a watchman in the spiritual realm, listening, discerning, and guiding others through the wisdom that comes from divine sound. The marks upon your hands, spiritual symbols of your journey. Finally, take a moment to examine the lines and shapes on your hands. Can you see crosses, triangles, or other unusual symbols that you can't quite explain? These are not mere coincidences. They are spiritual marks, divine codes that have been left upon you to guide you on your journey. Each mark is a reminder that your life has a divine purpose. Your hands are sacred instruments, and the marks upon them reveal the mission you are called to fulfill. Whether it's a cross of protection or a triangle symbolizing the Trinity, each mark points to the unique role you play in the world. So now, with all of these signs and markers revealed to you, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you ignore it as if it's simply another coincidence in your life? Or will you accept the call to step fully into your divine purpose, knowing that you are marked, chosen, and destined for greatness? The world needs those who are awakened, who understand the sacred power within them. You are not here by accident. You are here because heaven has marked you for something extraordinary. Declare with confidence, I am chosen. I am set apart for a divine purpose. Your time has come. It is time to walk with awareness of your calling, with understanding of your purpose, and with the assurance that you are destined to change the world around you.